Let's talk about the situation in the United States and what has been pretty obviously mixed messages here. Now, if you believe one strain of thinking, the President would have contracted coronavirus potentially last Saturday at an event where he announced his replacement to the Supreme Court. It then started to show itself seriously, potentially, after the debates on Wednesday, and then he ended up, of course, going to the hospital very early Thursday morning, and then we are where we are now. But I want to back here where the morning after he first went into hospital, where, remember, him going into hospital was apparently an abundance of caution. This is what his Chief of Staff told reporters.
He continues to be not only in good spirits, but very energetic. The American people can rest assured that we have a president that is not only on the job, will remain on the job, and I'm optimistic that he'll have a very quick and speedy recovery.
But a couple of days later, he is the guy who, behind the scenes, was telling reporters today that the next 48 hours are critical, and we all know the word critical is pretty significant when it comes to health issues, whether that means critical in terms of whether he gets better or worse, or critical in terms of just how crook he actually is. That's why that word matters. In the middle of the night last night, you know how pro-Trump I am, but in the middle of the night last night, there was an absurd press conference where the physicians came out and said everything's awesome and always has been awesome.
The first week of COVID, and in particular days 7 to 10, are the most critical in determining the likely course of this illness. At this time, the team and I are extremely happy with the progress the President has made. Thursday, he had a mild cough and some nasal congestion and fatigue, all of which are now resolving and improving.
Now he's a doctor, not a politician, not a spokesperson, but still, OK, there was also confusion about whether he'd had it for 2 days or 3 days. Donald Trump Jr. said this.
I spoke to him this morning. Obviously he's taking it seriously, but really he's business as usual with my father. I've known him for a long time. I'm 42 years old. I don't know that I've ever seen him sick. I don't know that I've ever seen him actually have the flu or anything like that. So, he's obviously taking it seriously, but he's a fighter. I know he's still working. I know he was speaking with various senators about the stimulus package today. He's going to take it seriously, but if anyone could beat this, it's going to be him.
So everyone, let's do this in sections here. We're going to talk about the messaging, about what we know right now. Then we'll get to the election bit a bit later and then what Biden should do from here. But Michael, I'll start with you. It would seem to me that I understand how things are a bit weird in the first couple of days, but by now there should have been a pretty easy thing to say, look, this is how he felt on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and the start of Sunday today.
Well, mate, his Chief of Staff's just been on Fox News a few minutes ago saying that yesterday morning there were some problems with the President, but they're worried about him, but now he's okay. Mate, of course, the doctors should be speaking and Trump should be speaking and speaking with one voice. I don't think the Chief of Staff should be giving off the record interviews about the President's health. But, mate, I suspect there's something else we don't know at the minute. There's something going on behind the scenes. My political sixth sense tells me there's something else going on. I can't put my finger on it, but it all doesn't add up to me at the minute. The train of events, the timeline, the people infected, there's something bigger at play here. I'm not saying there's some conspiracy. There's just information that we don't know that I feel will come out in the next few days, which will put a different emphasis on what's been happening in the last few days.